Hello there, Internet. This is Tom Poconutter. For those of you reading on my blog, I'm very, very sorry about the lack of an update on Christmas. It will be coming, and it will be coming shortly. And since I owe you guys after 2 missed deadlines, there will be something special thrown in at the very end. Now, the purpose of this video isn't just the apology, but also to analyze something from the Pokemon games that I thought was actually pretty funny. Now, it'll be some time before I handle Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, but it's probably my favorite sub-series, and can actually end up being better than the main series at certain points. Now, I'm gonna say this right off the bat. If you want to avoid major plot spoilers, I'd advise you close the video now. What I'm discussing here involves major details from the late to post game, as well as from the special episodes. Now, let's look at the story here for a moment. Your character comes back from the future to stop the collapse of Temporal Tower. The reason for this is that after the collapse, time froze completely. It's a real doomsday scenario. So you and Grovyle go back in time to attempt to undo the damage. As a result of being attacked by Darkrai while the pair of you travel through the time tunnel, the pair of you are separated and you wake up as an amnesiac Pokemon. All in all, a good story. Now let's look away from the story and focus for a moment on a minor character. Bidoof. I'm aware that a lot of people dislike both the character and the species, but my hope is that by the end of the video, you guys will see him as something more than an annoyance. Namely, as the harbinger of the apocalypse. What do I mean by this? Let's look at the Bidoof's Wish special episode from Explores the Sky. If it wasn't for the story's implications, it wouldn't be anything special. Basically, Bidoof gets himself scammed, and it's up to the rest of the guild to bail him out at the last minute. However, in the very last scene, Bidoof is allowed to make a wish on Jirachi. It's this scene that makes me raise my eyebrows a little. The player is given a list of options for Bidoof to wish for, including becoming a great explorer, more sleep than he currently gets on account of sleeping next to Loudred, who snores, and freaking world domination. As it turns out, that last one may have actually been the safest option. Regardless of what you choose, Bidoof always ignores your choice and makes a wish for new guild apprentices to show up, so we'll have someone to teach. Some of you are already connecting the dots, but let me spell this out here. Bidoof wishes for new apprentices to show up, and they do, you and your partner. You're only here because you want to prevent the apocalypse. Without the apocalypse occurring, you have no reason to be in the past. So, Bidoof causes the apocalypse. Some of you are asking about the partner who isn't from the future. Well, his reason for joining the guild is tied to your character. Without the hero helping him to reclaim the relic fragment, he never would have mustered up the courage to enter the front door, much less join. So the question becomes, who do we blame? Obviously, Bidoof's the catalyst, but what about Jirachi? Is there a chance that Jirachi threw a wrench into a perfectly good wish? Does the wish go sour, similar to the monkey's paw? Or alternatively, is this a product of Bidoof's inner malice? That last one may come right out of left field until you remember the world domination option. Any option that's selected will result in Bidoof seriously pondering it, and he loves the idea of world domination. He actually fixates it on a little more than the rest of the other options. So, who do we blame? Now, obviously, this is just a nutty fan noticing the small hilarities about his favorite meta-series, but it does make you wonder a little. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the blog with a new A-Top review shortly. Later!